Hi guys, and welcome to another video by Trim Vegan and Frodo. You're probably gonna think, what the hell is she up to, doing all these little dress ups and filters on her camera. But I'm just having a bit of fun and I'm seeing how it goes, and I also really like this cat ears. They're so cool. But today's video is gonna be on somewhat of an interesting subject, which I have been asking, I suppose, almost a lot of people really do, right? For the duration of their life, duration of my life, I have, and most people do, is what happens to you after you die? Because no one really knows, like, for sure, right? And being a human, we are always like curious about what does happen, like what is that future, what happened, because like we don't get that confirmations, because once you know, like, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. It means you're still here. Really. But there are a lot of people, right, that you can say claim or feel like they have gone to the other side and returned back, or there are a lot of people who say that they have traveled outside of their body and saw what else is out there, like saw the bigger picture, what's out there. And I've been also having a lot of conversations with lots of different people who are into this kind of stuff, who really spend a lot of time meditating on it, thinking about it, questioning the life, questioning just everything really, and what it is and what it's for. And what I have, I just kind of want to share what I've been coming up with and what I've been feeling and what I have learned about the subject, basically, because it's always something that really interested me. And because we all do, like, we all feel like there is something out there, something like bigger and not better, but just like something out there that we just don't quite know right now, but at some point we will. So what I believe and what I reckon is, I've always believed in reincarnations, and I just, like, ever since I could remember myself, ever, like when I was like very, very young, I always thought that it was real, and it just made sense to me in my head. Otherwise, like, we have all these deja vus and we feel like some things from the past, like you've experienced them, or you have the way it started for me is that my grandma had this book, and it was called the Black Panther, and it was just, I don't remember the whole entire story, but there was like this toy, the Black Panther, and basically there's this one girl that had a fascination with it, and she like hid it somewhere in the house, and she ended up dying, and then her soul reincarnated into like another baby, and then the man, or like, yeah, the man that lived in that place where the previous girl died, he ended up kind of almost like getting in contact with this first girl, like the girl, the new baby, after she grew up after a few years, and like reconnected. And then that baby, who then later on became obviously a woman, she found that Black Panther, and all these like kind of flashbacks and things are happening in your mind. There was like, it's been forever, like literally I would have read that story when, I don't know if I was even maybe like 6 years old or something, or 7. But it just really quite like put like a thing on me. Like, I really did just, yeah, I just really, yeah, I really liked it, and it really resonated with me. That's the right word. So I think that we choose the life that we live in. And I said that before, but it's not just in the sense that we choose what happens in our life, and we choose what we do, and we choose what will happen to us in the future. But we like literally, legitimately choose the body that we're going to have, the appearance that we're going to have, the country we're going to live in, the time we're going to be born in. Like, we choose all these things, and all of them are because our souls are actually like that main thing that kind of makes the decision. And whatever experience the soul wants to have, that what that soul will choose You know what I mean? Like, so we chose to have this experience that we're having right now, and we chose to live this life that we're living right now. And it's like, it's not good, it's not bad. It's just we chose it because we wanted to experience particular things in this particular life. We wanted to learn specific lessons. We wanted to gain that wisdom of what it's like. And the reason why you're not like a king or a queen is because you were a king and a queen at some point in the past. And the reason why you're not a slave girl or slave boy to some, whatever, is because you have already experienced it. Your soul has already experienced it. And the reason is that, like, you can try and pretend that you hate your life and what you have around you and what you have in it, but it's all a choice. Like, you specifically chose it to experience this, and every single moment in time you can choose what you feel, and you can choose what kind of experiences you want to have and what you want to do. And it always, like, fascinates me, and it's crazy. And like, my mom, like, recently mentioned it as well, not on the subject, but on the fact that she's like, well, there's like these earthquakes. They're like, it's just nature, and the nature does what the nature wants to do. The nature's not like asking you, what do you want, like, human? Like, what do you want to happen? Like, it just does its thing. And it just happens. And like, that's the thing. Like, when someone dies, or when something happens, or when we're sitting there feeling like sorry for ourselves, the sun still goes up and down every single day, like, or well, like, right around, right? The moon goes up, the stars will shine, the wind will blow, everything will be exactly the same, like, in the world. The only thing that we really, like, have control over is the way that we react to things. But the only thing that really kind of changes is the way we see things, the way that we react to things. If we choose and decide that we want to be happy in this very minute, like, we're just going to be happy, and it's just going to, like, feel amazing, and we'll instantly, like, feel it. And if we decide that we want to feel sad for ourselves, or if we want to feel victimized, or if we want to feel like some other way, like, bang, like, we're going to feel it, we're going to attract it to us, and it's just going to come our way. And it's like, it's not good and it's not bad. It's just the wisdom that we ourselves are getting. It's like, if you've never been in a relationship, how do you know what love really is? How do you know if you've never, like, been broken up with? Or broke up with someone and have, like, that broken heart. Like, how do you know what that feeling is like? And without that knowledge, like, I don't know, like, you might have experienced it in your other life or in your other reincarnation, but yeah, like, it's all just a bunch of experiences, really, and it's just accumulating wisdom. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just the life that you choose to live, the experiences you choose to have, and the choices. Like, seriously, the life is so limitless that it's just crazy. It just blows me away. Seriously, you can be literally anything you want to be. Any minute in time, you can feel any feeling you want to feel. You can be anywhere you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. And it's just, like, so incredible. It's so amazing. And I think a really, really important thing is to remember to be grateful for what you have chosen, for what you have attracted to your life. Because everything you have in your life right now is like, you chose it. And you asked for it. And I think it's beautiful. It's ridiculous, and it's incredible when you actually start to understand it. And the only like, goal in life is to understand that happiness, to understand that life, to experience it, to be able to gift it to other people, to be able to share it with other people, to be able to understand that we're all interconnected on, like, such a crazy deep spiritual level that, like, you're going to get to the point where you're not going to want to do something bad to this person, because, like, that we're all just, like, kind of one energy in a way. And I mean, some people say that when we die, our energy, because, I mean, we all can just agree that there is something inside of us, that we're not just like this flesh, right? There's a conscious mind inside of us. There's an energy There is just that something deep down, and some people call it soul. I'll call it soul, or you can say an energy or whatever. Like that, either some people think that it just comes out as one and it goes off into like this next world, and then it chooses whether it wants to come back here, whether it chooses that it wants to go to another world to experience something else and see what happens there. Or other people say that this energy kind of, you die and then the energy just kind of disperses and goes into many, many different things, and then every single other thing is just like accumulation of that little bit of energy from here, from there, from there, from there. And I guess that's, in a way, it's the truth as well, because like we do absorb energies from each other. And sometimes, you know, when you talking to a friend that you care a lot about and they're having like a shitty day, sometimes you can absorb that and you almost like take it on board, and then you can like feel that energy. And like that's something to work on as well, to, you know, to be able to be there for that person but not feel like you are allowing that become part of you, if you know what I mean, unless that is exactly what you want to experience, you know, that sadness and that grief. Like, oh, I can just go on and on about this. Hey, like a few years ago I spent a big chunk of time traveling through Europe, and like a few months, and I also spent a month in Russia with my family, and I felt like my family, through a big part of their life, is choosing to have a not particularly happy life, but it is their choice. So I can't really, you know, like, you know, like, and at the same time, like, I know my life and I'm so appreciative of it and I'm so grateful for it, and I just want to share it with them and show them that there's no need for a struggle. But you know, sometimes people just want to experience that struggle, and that is something to understand for yourself. It's like you tell people that eating fruits and veggies and plants and stuff is going to make them healthy, it's going to make them feel good, but they still choose to eat eggs and bacon because I don't even know why. Sometimes they just like don't want to break the habit. They claim that it tastes good, but I just, anyway, a whole other subject. People just make those choices, and sometimes, you know, especially with, you know, the whole Christmas coming and all of that, you feel like, man, I've told you like so many times that this will be better for you and that, but like, you know, people will do what they want to do because they want to experience certain things, they want to explore certain things and ways of living and ways of interacting, ways of experiencing life. And no matter how much you want to tell them that they should do this or that, like, they're not going to do it because they want to experience. It's like when you're a teenager and your parents tell you, don't drink, alcohol is so bad for you, don't smoke, smoking is like really bad for you, don't do drugs and whatever else, like it's not good for you, just avoid it, don't do it. And then a lot of people just like leave home and then go off and they do whatever they want to do. They get drunk at parties and, you know, get up to all sorts of little troubles and have fun. But like, you know, it's because you want to experience it, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you want that experience. And no matter how many times someone is going to tell you, don't do this, don't do that, this is what is right, this is what you should do, blah, 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 until you have experienced that particular thing enough and gotten the experience that you need from it. Like, whatever anyone says, like, it's not going to ever matter, really. It's just like once you decide that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're like, oh, well, there must be diets out there and lifestyle choices that will make me feel better because I decide that now I want to experience health. Or you kind of decide that you have had enough of spending, you know, hundreds of dollars every weekend on alcohol and partying and new clothes, and like your cupboard is like breaking because it's so packed with like freaking shit and clothes and whatever, and you feel like you're just wasting like your money and your life, and like you know, it's never like really a waste. It's just an experience, right? You're choosing to have that experience, so it's never really a waste. It's like fulfilling that wisdom. There are different choices, different roads that we can take, and like seriously, it's just limitless. what we can do in this life. And that's why it's beautiful. It's why it's amazing. We don't have to feel bad for our choices, because that's what we choose to do. That's what our soul and what we ourselves from the inside, we want to do. And I'll tell you another thing. When you feel like you're starting to get bored and you feel like you're just really not getting that fulfillment in whatever it is you're experiencing or living in life, whatever situation you're in, this is just like a signal, an indication of you have learned what you needed to learn from that specific situation, from that environment. And it's time to move on. And then you just choose to move on and you choose to do something else and have a different experience if you truly have had enough. And I think it's just beautiful how much we're actually in control of our own lives and what we can do in them and what we can make happen in this world. I just think it's beautiful. I love this world so much. I think it's just the most incredible thing ever. I understand that nothing is specifically perfect or good, or you can say whatever you want, but it's just the way it is. And I just love experiencing it. I love being able to ask for an adventure and choose which adventure I want to go on, and then experience it and love it and live it fully with every cell in my body. This world is beautiful. This world is incredible. You're very much loved. And this world is just waiting for you to explore it, to experience it, to show you what is really out there. Deep down, like, dig inside of yourself. What is it that you really want if you're not happy, if you're not satisfied with the situation in life that you have right now? What is it that you really want? If you had unlimited amount of money, what would you be doing right now? Like, where would you be? What would you be doing? And once like that decision comes into your mind, do that. Do something every day that will help you get there. And along the way, you're going to experience and learn amazing, different, like incredible, amazing, very different kind of things. And it'll be incredible and beautiful again. And now I'm going to have some tea. Do you like my cat cup? Meow. I love cats. They're so beautiful. But I don't have a cat right now with me. It's just me sitting in the house. And, but I will show you my cat because I'm going to go to my mom's house soon. So there'll be a cat to cuddle and I'll show you my beautiful kitty. Anyway, hope you found this video interesting. I know this is like a bit different and not really subjects that I usually talk about. But this is something I've been kind of going through and experiencing and getting to, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I think quite a few people can resonate with it because deep down we all know that it's the truth. It's my truth anyway. Okay, hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. Hope you're experiencing and experimenting with this world and doing whatever it is that you want to be doing. And remember to stop counting calories, start counting hills. Count your adventures, count your passions. Count your adventures, count your passions. And have a beautiful, amazing day, whatever you're choosing to do. Lots of love to you guys. Bye.